Pitching is the art of instilling fear. Sandy Koufax. Let's go. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back with another MLB strikeout video. It's not a great slate for strikeouts, in my opinion. I don't really love it. There's one that I really do like, and I'll talk about that one. And then there's two that I'm kind of borderline on, but we'll go through all three of them. But again, not my favorite slate for strikeouts, especially on Prizepicks. There's a few like value plays that are plus money that I might play, out in the books. But considering for Prizepicks, there's not a ton of lines that I do like. But hey, we'll talk about all three of them. I'll talk about the one I love the most last. Again, we'll talk about all three. So let's just dive right in and see what we got. All right, we have the Prizepicks MLB strikeout tab up here. Like I said, we got three plays. Don't really love the slate for strikeouts, but again, we'll go through all three of them. The last one's my favorite, and that's the one I'll probably play the most. But these first two we'll still talk about because it just kind of points that way. First one is Kyle Hendricks. The guy's not really a strikeout pitcher. I'm going to go under here. The line's at 3.5 in some places, but 4. Now they are going up against Cincinnati. Cincinnati, is ranked 10th in strikeouts the last 30 days, so a little bit concerning. But overall, he's been a ground ball pitcher, right? So Cincinnati's been better of late as well, so I think that does help over the last couple weeks. But Hendricks this year is a 16% K guy. He gives up 37% ground ball rate. So, but if we look at his strikeouts, 17% against lefties and 16% against righties. There are some strikeouts to be had in this lineup. Naquin's a 29% guy, Stevenson a 29% guy, but overall they're all about average. And again, I'm just going to kind of lean this way. If we look at Hendricks over his last 5 games, he's only went over this once against the Padres. He put up 7, but other than that, 2 against Milwaukee, 2 against the White Sox, 2 against Arizona, and then 3 against Arizona in the 2 games that he played there. So pitch count, same kind of thing with him. He's been, that San Diego game, they just actually went off. He put up 116 pitches, but those other games, 85, 73, 94, 93. So not massive pitch counts. Tends to go, between 5 and 6 innings. And I'm just going to take the under on this at the 4 mark. If it was at 3.5, I would stay away from it. But at the 4 mark, I think we can take a chance on the under. If we look what he did against Cincinnati last year, he had 5, 4, and 3 strikeouts against them in 93, 84, and 94 pitches. But again, just what he's been this year, he's only went over this number, like I said, once. And at the 4 mark, I will take a shot at the under. Second one that I'm kind of on the fence with that I'm going to look at playing is Aaron Ashby. And I'm going to take the under on 4 strikeouts with him as well. If we look at what he's done, left-handed pitchers against San Diego is ranked 25th in MLB over the last 30 days. So they're not striking out a ton here. Ashby's over the last 5 games, he's went over this mark twice. Had 6 strikeouts against Pittsburgh on April 27th, and then he had 3 at Cincinnati on May 3rd, and then 3 against Atlanta on May 8th. He had 8 against Miami on May 15th, and then only 1 against Washington on May 20th here. Pitch counts have been all over the place. But again, going up against this San Diego lineup, there's not a ton of guys that strike out. He is a strikeout pitcher. I mean, he's got 28% K rate this year, 28% against lefties, 27% against righties. But there's a lot of guys that can get to him as well. So I'm not, again, I'm on the fence with this play because I think it could go either way, but the line is like at 3.5. Again, if it was at 3.5, I wouldn't play it, but being at 4 where, we could, maybe get the push or below it, I'll take the under on this one. But just again, looking at the stats of the last 30 days, for the Padres. I think I'll take a chance on the under here. And he didn't face, the Padres last year. So the one I like the most that we'll talk about, and this is the one that I'll probably play the most, is Robbie Ray, Mr. Tight Pants himself, man. I don't know if you ever watched a pitch, but the dude's got the tightest pants especially for pitchers. It's just ridiculous. It's like turn back to the 80s watching the pitching for Robbie Ray. But I'm going to take the over on this one with Robbie Ray going up against Oakland. Oakland is ranked 19th in MLB over the last 30 days against left-handed pitching, striking out at a 24.5% clip. Robbie Ray also has a 15% swinging strike rate, which, again, is pretty elite. That puts him way up there, like top 5%. And if we look what he's done the last five games, he's went over this in 4 of the last 5 games. Put 8 strikeouts against Miami on April 30th. 5, the one he didn't hit, it was 5 against Tampa Bay on May 5th. And then he struck out 10 Phillies on May 10th, 9 Mets on May 15th. And then he struck out 8 guys in Boston on May 20th. The pitch rate, he's been 87, 102, 104, 97, 87. So we'll see anywhere up to 100, depending on how things going for him. This Oakland offense is not great at all. And kind of digging in a little bit of them, they have some guys that strike out quite a bit here. Like I said, Ray's been a 26% K rate this year. If we go look at 33% against lefties, 25% against righties. And in this lineup, Pender's a 30% K rate this year. Lowry is 30% as well. We got Murphy at 25%. Bethancourt's 26%. Kemp is 27%. So there's a lot of guys up and down this pitiful Oakland lineup that has some K ability here. So definitely like it. I think it's a spot that we can take the over here. It's my favorite one on the board out of looking at all of them. Like I said, these are pretty low numbers on Hendricks and Ashby. If I had to rank them, definitely Robbie Ray over is my favorite. Then I'd probably take Kyle Hendricks on the under just because he doesn't strike out a bunch of guys. And then Ashby's the one I worry about the most just because he does have K upside. But I'm going to go ahead and think that San Diego just doesn't K a bunch, which they haven't over the last 30 days. And then just looking at the rest of the board, I really wish this wasn't so high. I'd like to take a shot on Ranger Suarez on the over, but at 5 strikeouts, I just can't do it. That's one that I was like a little disappointed. I wish we could get it at 4.5. Then I probably would take a shot at it. But having it at 5, I can't go there. They move these lines pretty quick for strikeouts, so it's really hard if you don't do these videos super early. The strikeout lines do move super fast. So that's the one. If you can get it at 4.5 strikeouts around the book, I would take a shot at it. But at 5, I don't think I will pull the trigger on that, even though against Atlanta, who's been striking out a ton this year. And Suarez has been pitching really well as of late, but it's not one I think I'll pull the trigger on Prizepicks. It might be if I can get it 4.5 out there on the books, that might be one I'll just take a shot on the books and not so much here on Prizepicks. So again, if you don't have an account over here at Prizepicks, use that promo code DFSArmy and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. And if you're a new Prizepicks account holder, you're eligible for a free month of DFSArmy VIP membership. Again, everything's in the description below. Have a fantastic hump day. Happy hump day. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.